This video is powered by the fastest VPN on the planet, NordVPN.
Never miss a second of your favorite show, even when you're abroad.
Get NordVPN 2-year plan plus 4 months extra by clicking the link below. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. AFTV was still outside of, what was it, the Dignity, what was it called again? Dignity Health Sports Park. Hey. all these stadiums with the big sponsors on them, you know what I mean, right? Home of the LA Galaxy. But listen, it was a real test for Arsenal today. What did you think of it?
I thought it was a good performance. Honestly, I thought it was like a appetizer for the Man United game. Like, the stadium was half filled. The atmosphere wasn't quite on it, but I feel like for the Man United game, the Arsenal fans will, turn up and the atmosphere will be there.
Yeah, I think you heard what Julian said earlier, that the ticket prices and that for a midweek game, for the fact that they're playing 2 games in the same city.
Like 70 to like 100.
I paid more than that. How much did we pay? It was about 150, wasn't it? Yeah. Right? And then you could end up sitting wherever you wanted, you know what I mean? But do you think that sort of stopped the stadium from being packed today?
Yeah, definitely, because, I mean, it's against Bournemouth and the whole team isn't really here. Like, Saka isn't here, Saliba, Gabriel Martinelli isn't really here. So, I don't think people are going to pay that much money to see, like, some kids play. Yeah.
On it, some of the kids that came in, they did really well. So, who stood out for you today?
I feel like Nwaneri stood out a lot. Also, Reece Nelson was very electric, running down the wing. Odegaard was good, and Ben White was really good.
Yeah, and are you excited for the new season ahead?
Yeah, I feel like we could win it, because if you're knocking on the door season after season, eventually we'll get the opportunity to win. City probably won't be as on it as they have been before because...
No, hold on, we say that every year and then they are. It's Pep Guardiola, he's always on it.
Yeah. But I feel like we can win the title.
Okay. What about you? Let me get you in here. What did you make of it today? Arsenal's performance.
There was definitely a lot of good points that we can take away from this game. I mean, a lot of youngsters that we've never seen before. I mean, half the team starting like I haven't even heard their names, right?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's Fabio Vieira, who's the younger guy, or one of the younger guys that probably deserves more minutes, I think. I mean, I think he's probably got one of the highest potentials of the younger guys. And Yeri, class today. I mean, like every time he got the ball, distributing it really well, moving the ball, linking up with Odegaard as well. I mean, another guy, Odegaard today was unreal. Every touch he got was class. Now going backwards, I mean, like our back line today, Yuri and Timber, I mean, he's only played, 2 games for us, 2 official competitive games. I think this is his year. It's going to be a huge comeback year. People are talking about Calafiori coming in, but, I mean, the disrespect on Timber to, for him to come, hasn't even played a single minute for Arsenal and going to take his spot, I think that's a little harsh on Timber. I think this is his year for him. Again, a lot to prove. And then looking into the middle, it's nice to see Partey getting some minutes. Hopefully he can stay fit for the rest of the year. Who else do we have? Jesus, I think, at times could have been better, right? A little bit better. I think in the final end, him and Eddie could have been, probably could have buried a couple. Same with Reece, which is, some good things, some bad things. Who else was out there? I'm a big fan of Miles Skelly. I think he's got a big future ahead. I think he needs more minutes in the league, if not getting loaned out. Who else are we missing on the team? I mean, there's so many players that played.
But you're positive ahead of the new season.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're missing a huge core of the team, right? There's no Saka. I mean, none of the Brazilian guys. Kai Havertz is still on break. I mean, that's like 5-6 starters right there, right? Yeah. So I don't think we should take this game too seriously. Okay. We got a long season ahead.
Okay. What about you? Who stood out for you?
I think everyone said like the typical players that have stood out. I want to particularly shout out Lewis Skelly because I just remember like seeing him, I was like, oh wow, I didn't think he would be that good, but I was really impressed with him. And then of the players that came on, Gabriel Jesus, he didn't really have that much of an impact on the game, but just seeing like the little flicks he does. I know once Hein had a long kick and he kind of just chested it backwards into the path of, I forget who was. Yeah, it was great to see.
Can we do it this year?
I'd like to say so, but you know,
Everybody here would like to say so.
Yeah.
Can we?
No, I think we can, but I also think that we need to make some signings.
Who would you like to see come in then?
I think Johan Bakayoko from PSV.
Okay. On that right wing.
I remember seeing him against us in the Champions League.
Yeah, he was good.
He was very skillful. I think he's a direct player. He's almost like Martinelli, but on the right-hand side. And you know, Saka's a bit of a different player. So to have that kind of like change of pace would be beneficial. Obviously, Nico Williams would be ideal, but I think if Barcelona want a Spanish player, they're going to get that Spanish player. I'm hoping that's not the case with Marino, because I think he would fit in well with us. But yeah, I think Bakayoko would be my ideal. I'm probably biased because I signed him in Football Manager, and I know James was here, so he would back that.
Yeah,
but
he's a good player. You are right. He did play very well against us when he played for PSV. What about you? Actually, I'm not even going to ask you about a signing. I'm going to ask you about a player's leaving. Emile Smith Rowe didn't play tonight. £35 million on the table. Fulham want him. Looks like they've got him. How are you feeling about that?
I feel sad about it. Honestly, I had a lot of belief in Emile. He was injured last year. I think that really took away a lot of his, time on the pitch, and I think that was a real problem. And I mean, Arteta decides what to do.
Yeah, but is it the right decision for you or wrong?
I think we should have kept it for a few years, and then just tested the waters with him. But I think it might be the right time for him to develop at Fulham. So I think it's the right choice for him.
Are you excited for the new season ahead?
Yes, very, and I hope we'll do it this year.
Another hope.
Yeah,
I want to hear someone say we're going to do it.
No, we are going to do it this year.
It's too late. No, it's too late because you said hope.
I think Man City is going to drop the ball this year. I just have that feeling. I had that feeling last year as well. So sorry guys, but I think we are going to get there. And lastly, I just wanted to say, big up AFTV. I've been watching AFTV since 2015. I was back home in India, didn't have a great internet connection, but I always watched you guys, and and it got me through all the banter years, by the way. So I appreciate you guys, and I wish Claude was around to see all of this. But rip Claude, but yeah, big up AFTV.
No, I appreciate that. Same question for you, Emile Smith Rowe.
Yeah.
Right. Being, he's going to get sold. He probably won't finish the tour. He'll be head back to England to sign for Fulham, £35 million. Right decision by Arsenal, or should we have kept him?
It's unfortunate. When he broke into the team with Saka, they were so in sync with each other. When they bombed down that left-hand side, it caused opponents problems. And who knows what would have happened if he hadn't been injured a lot. We might have gone on to win a league title or a European trophy. You just don't know. I'm just sad for him because he's a nice kid. I wish him all the luck at Fulham as well.
Yeah. Is it the right decision to let him go?
It has to be, because there's no way he's going to be able to get back into that team unless we have a major injury crisis.
Yeah. When you look at the team, right, I mean, there's a lot of players, including players that were playing tonight, that have been linked with a move away. So you've got Smith Rowe, who's on the bench. He's going. Reece Nelson, this morning, strong links linking him to Leicester City. Eddie Nketiah, all the talk is that, he's agreed terms to join Marseille. Ramsdale, what's going to happen with him? I mean, it's a lot of players that could be leaving the club.
True, but with most of those players, they need game time, and they're not going to get game time if they stay with us. And plus the money that we get in from these sales is going to help us bring in more talent from other clubs.
So you're fine with it?
It is what it is. You can't, you can only field 11 players in a game, and then 9 substitutes. It'd be nice if we could have a whole squad of players, but it doesn't work like that. If you can't get into that squad of 20 players, and you need game time, then I'm sorry, you've got to go elsewhere.
Yep. And just finally, you excited for the new season ahead?
Yeah, I just hope this is the year. I hope Man City get found guilty. of these 115 charges, and they get all their points knocked off, you know, and they get relegated to the Northern Premier League or wherever, and having to play Northwich Victoria, you know. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be the year that Arteta doesn't sacrifice the domestic cup competitions like he's done in the past. We have a good run in the Champions League because I think we are on par with some of the teams in Europe. And let's see what happens.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks, Robert.
Thank you.